you see something
The
like
news
that,
gets
it's
the
hard to
information
refrain it a
out to
little
the
bit more
people.
anxious. You can't help but to feel a little bit more scared of the world.
This
You're just
guy
gonna
is
walk past a
lying.
newspaper and say like, oh, breaking news, like good stuff's happening.
Use those ropes to floss your teeth, bruh. Look, you got them gaps between your teeth. Like, get them flossy frickin' rope golden chains and floss your little teeth. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing today? It's me, cliffsitems, the INFJ. A lot of crazy things this past week. This is the third time I'm trying to record this video, because the first time I recorded it, I was doing the, like my last video, doing the nighttime let me open up thing, and I look back at my recording and all the audio's fucked up, and I'm like, dude, come on, bro. But it's okay, because we're going to try again. This is the third time. The second time, I just felt like it was off to a weird start and just didn't like it. Okay, so here we go. This past week has been weird, huh? You know, with all the shootings and whatnot. And condolences to the family members and the children that have lost their lives because of this sick, demented person. And I don't know if I can even call that person that, because obviously this person is mentally ill. The reason why we have all these shootings right now is because people are mentally ill. There's a mental illness issue. That's what it is. And if I really want to get straight to the point, these mental illness issues, right, I think really stem from economic issues. When people don't have enough money and when people are struggling to survive, I think a lot of lizard brain kicks in and a lot of irrationality and mental illness kicks in. I am no professional. I'm no expert. I am no psychologist. This is not mental health advice. I'm not authorized to give that kind of advice or anything. What I'm saying as a person, as a human being, that there is obviously something wrong with mental illness right here in America, where I live right now, who I am a citizen of right now. And sometimes I don't even feel that way, but that's in a whole nother podcast or a whole nother video or whatever. But yeah, there's a mental illness issue, and I think it's, yeah, like I said, it stems from economic issues, and I'm just wondering why that this is all happening right now, and it almost seems like it's all happening on purpose, and it doesn't feel like it's just an accident anymore. It seems like it almost seems like it's we're being gaslit into oblivion about everything, and people are just confused, sick and tired, and don't know what to feel. And I don't know. I think I need more conversations about this, but I think that at this point we're losing our empathy because we don't know what to believe in anymore. When we don't even know what to believe in anymore, where do we direct our empathy? Because now it seems like it's almost not cool to feel sad about what happened, right? Like, I feel like some people feel like it's like uncool now to be like, oh, condolences or rest in peace or, you know, moment of silence, because it's starting to feel cringy at this point. Like, we've done this many, many times. Like, we've done it so many times that at this point it feels like sad. Like, it's just like, it doesn't feel like I feel like it's not fashionable anymore in a way, which is kind of sad. Really sad, actually. But well, and but I mean, like, it is what it is, And I think that what we can do now is just really try to fix the problem as much as we can. But sometimes I feel like what else is there to do? All I can do is try to keep speaking what I believe is the truth about what's going on around us, what I believe to be true, and what I believe can help. And by the way, do you like my new setup? Like, I have this new background around me, and it's got it on Etsy. It's pretty cool. Looks like I'm on a webcam right now talking to you. But yeah, I feel like there's just so much depression and so much hopelessness, and I'm starting to feel a little bit hopeless myself about a whole thing. But I think at this point it's almost as if it's on purpose, because why when we have all these issues here at home, right, that we are sending billions of dollars to for the Ukraine-Russian war, when we don't have baby formula anymore and we don't have all these food, like, you know, we're having these food issues and this crime wave. It's almost as if chaos is normalized at this point, and it feels like everybody's kind of like, well, this is just the way things are now, and that's not okay. We can't normalize these things. We can't just accept it because it's a slippery slope. But all I can do is what I believe is the best way, is to just be on here spreading awareness and trying to be as entertaining as I possibly can at the same time, so that people watch and give a shit about what I have to say. But it is what it is, and I really think that my initial reaction would be like, yeah, we need more security at schools. Like, what else do we have? I mean, because people aren't going to want to have their guns taken away. This is America, and we have the Second Amendment, and we're the only country in the world to have the Second Amendment. I learned recently. So, yeah, people are not going to give away their guns. Like, we can have that as a solution as much as we want, and can throw as many tantrums as we want, but people want to keep their guns. They want to bear arms. Okay, so we can try to make that the solution, but unless the government full on becomes authoritarian and dictatorship-ish, then people aren't going to just hand their guns in. Like, people want to keep them. They want to protect themselves, because as long as criminals out there can get a hold of guns, then well-meaning people who want to defend their homes and defend their families, because people live in houses and windows can be easily broken into, right? They want to be able to defend themselves from a gun with a gun, right? It's not like just because you take all the guns away, there's not going to be no guns anymore. They're still going to exist. They're still going to be circulating. And if anybody's going to turn them in, it's going to be people that are well-meaning, that are like, yeah, I want to be a good citizen and hand my gun. But people that are criminals are not going to hand their guns in. They're going to keep them, and then they're going to be around, and people are going to get killed from them still. So my question is like, what can be done about this? Well, I think that more armed security at schools is almost the most we can do, or just go to homeschooling, right? But it seems like people like school and people want school, so we have to accept now that we just have more armed security at school. In the Philippines, when I used to live in the Philippines, we go to the mall and there's armed security with metal detectors at the entrances at malls, shopping malls. And I didn't think much of it. When I was a kid, I was like, okay, it's probably more dangerous around here. Like, people need to get checked before they get in. And I was a little kid, and I was wanded by armed security at the front door of a mall. I forget what kind of weapons they had. Maybe they had like the tasers, or like, I don't know what they had, but I think sometimes they had guns. Like, I remember in the Philippines, they have armed security. And it can be done. Like, you can have friendly faces as security, well-meaning, like, people that you really can look up to, role models working these jobs, and pay them more. But of course, we have economic issues, and we can't get the highest quality of things anymore. And so that's why I'm saying, like, hey, maybe this is just the reality. You have to accept that things are not going great, and they're not going to go great anymore for a long time. Maybe. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not anti-American. I'm not anti-white America. I'm not anything. I'm just like, I'm saying, like, this is kind of the reality of what I see. And don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm a person with a microphone. I'm just a person with a microphone with an opinion. And right now, I am not the one to go to for, advice about how to fix gun control and things like that. But as a human being with gut instincts and a brain and common sense, I can say, like, hey, well, what's the best thing we can do? Have armed security, have police that work at school. When I was in junior high, there was a police officer, an actual police officer that works at our school that he hangs out at the school to protect us. And I felt safe having that. I feel safe when there's armed security. That's me, but I don't know. Maybe a lot of people don't even trust that type of person. What can we do? Have metal detectors at school. Have it more locked down, right, at school. What can we do? We don't live in a time where we can just have things like just chill and think doors are open all the time and things like that. Like, it's just not the way it was anymore. Because I remember, like, when I was younger and visiting America, I feel safe. I feel like if I left something, that I could find it again. Like, if I forgot my phone, I could find it again. When I was in university, I was in Purdue University. I left my phone at the student commons area at a little cafeteria area, and I left for an hour and went back, and my phone was still there, right? It seems like more and more that this isn't a reality, especially in big cities, right? I'm pretty sure in New York that would not be the same story. If I left my phone, it'd be gone, right? But maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, it's really hard to say what to do. And I think the final say is really to, if you really want to, go fight at the voting booth, right? Go to the voting booth, and that's where you fight for better laws and better gun control, or whatever you want, whatever it is you want. But I don't know, if you're sort of awakened, you can sort of see how, like, the politics and the media and the news and all this is starting to look a little bit like wrestling, like professional wrestling, like WWE. We know it's fake. We know it's not completely real, that there's a script involved. And we might think that that we can do something about it, like, our cheering loud enough might change the outcome of the scenario. I'm starting to think it's not. I really feel like it's not going to change things. I think things are going to play out the way they're supposed to play out. And the only way for us to end all this is to not listen anymore, and to not comply, and not to go along with the agendas. Because otherwise, why is propaganda such a big thing? Because propaganda, media, that's what pushes people to do what to fulfill the agendas. I'm trying to inspire independent thought and creative thought to think for yourself and to think critically, to question, always question what is being told to you. Because, listen, the world there's very, very sick people in this world. And you might think like, oh, if I question what happened, okay, like, let's, for example, you have somebody who says, like, hypothetically speaking, you have somebody who says, oh, the shooting was just made up. It was fake. It was, it was concocted by the government to take guns away from us, or to have more gun control, or to really just to win the elections. People might think that the person that questioned that or said that statement that said, oh, the government planned it all, is the sick and demented one. What's more sick and demented is if somebody did concoct this plan, or concocted this, scenario where people are fucking dying, right? And then they say to people like, oh, the conspiracy theorist that question what happened is a conspiracy theorist and they're mentally sick. But the mentally sick person is the one that concocted the whole situation in the first place, where people die, right? I'm not saying this is what I think has happened, but if I put my tinfoiled hat on, and I had this discussion with my friend about this, is that if you think about it from a conspiratorial, from a just kind of like a conspiratorial, from the standpoint, or from the perspective of a person that is thinking about conspiracies, right? And conspiracy theorist, a conspiracy has such a, like, for a long time it was just something that people thought was fun. It was like, oh, like, what if aliens lived underwater? And these people were just thought of as just like, kooky, quirky people that just like, are thinking just like, oh, they're, that's Jerry. That's Bobby, or whoever, and they are. I stopped at Jerry because I have a cousin named Jerry, and I don't want anyone to feel like I'm throwing shade at Jerry. Jerry, wherever you are, you're cool, bud. I have nothing against you. I just was using an example. Let's say Alex, because Alex Jones is like a big conspiracy theorist, quote unquote. And we just think of them as nuts, right? They're nutty, and they say things like, oh, the magic potion was there to, destroy the population and things like that. And it's made to seem like it's super crazy, but if you really think about it and take the words and think about it rationally, it's not so crazy. Because, like, if anything, we've learned from these past 2 years that anything can happen. Anything. At this point, there's nothing off the table, right? Who thought that if 3 years ago, if somebody said, or even 4 years ago, somebody said, oh, one day there's going to be a huge plague and it's going to shut everything down. The whole world's going to stop. Everyone's going to be stuck. Everyone's going to be trapped at home. We're not going to go out. All the stores will be closed. The economy is going to be fucking decimated. Nobody would believe it. Nobody would believe it. Right? But if anything can happen, anything can happen. So if you think that, oh, okay, it's crazy to think that this whole thing was planned, or this is fake or something like that, not saying it is, okay? From what we know, there are children, and there's innocent children, and there's an innocent teacher, and I think it was a parent, or yeah, but I think from what I know, it's students and one teacher, right? They are dead. Okay, it's absolutely tragic. Okay, I don't want to downplay that. If it's completely 100% true that they're 18 kids and one teacher that has passed away from something as horrific as mass shooting, then that is absolutely tragic, okay? But what's absolutely sickening and even worse, and what's even more disgusting, is if it was planned, okay? I'm not saying it was, but if it was, then that's absolutely sickening. But if it might be a possibility. I'm just saying it might be. But that doesn't lessen it doesn't lessen the impact of these people losing their lives. That's still tragic, okay? So at this point, after the shooting, right, and a couple days, like yesterday, Thursday, I still see people out at the restaurants. I still people getting cookies, at Crumble Cookies, just going like, cookie, yum, 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 yum. Laughing, telling jokes. Maybe it's the way they process this whole tragedy. Maybe it's one way to process it. Maybe they're starting to not believe in what the media says anymore. Maybe they think that it's not real anymore. I don't blame them. Okay? Because a lot of people are questioning it. A lot of people are awakening to this whole, like, I'm not going to listen to what the news says anymore. I'm going to turn it off and look how drastically different my life feels because I've turned off the media. Excuse me. I was burping. It's gross, sorry. But yeah, I understand. So I completely understand. And either that or people are desensitized, and the idea of 18 children dying, right? Remember, that body count is insane. 18 kids. Okay? Little kids. And maybe people are being desensitized to it, because I wonder how many people out there saw the headline said, 18 kids are dead, and just was like, yeah, this is America, and just like went on with their day. Because we did. I mean, everybody still was at their work and they continued their jobs, and it was like, oh, did you hear that? It's crazy. But, it's about to be Memorial Day holiday. I'm sure people are going to go through the holiday and probably talk about it a little bit. And then by next week, it's going to be ancient memory. The next week, it's going to be forgotten. I'm willing to bet on it, that it's going to be forgotten. And it's going to go away for a while, but it's going to come back. Same thing. It's just going to come back again. So here's why I say that we need to stop paying so much attention. Stop giving so much of your energy. You got to protect your energy. Right? As Spiritual Soul says, you got to protect your energy. You got to protect it, and you got to not spend all your energy on this negativity and this, just this low, dark energy that's out there to get you. Which is why I found this video very interesting by Hamza. This is a YouTuber that I just recently found and just find his videos very intriguing. I've watched a couple of them. But I don't know about this video. I'm going to criticize it. I'm going to criticize this video. Let's take a look. I'm going to react to this video by Hamza because I'm mad. I'm super mad at this YouTuber because he speaks the truth. He thinks he's talking the truth. He's a fake alpha male, and I hate him. Let's watch this video and let me get angry at it.
Yourself in your mother's shoes. She turns on the TV and there's breaking news, bad it's happening. She goes on her phone on Facebook and breaking news, bad it's happening. Everywhere she looks there's danger and emergencies. And so she can't help but feel that you, her son,
why is he using Pepe the Frog? Is he... He's a white supremacist. That's what he is.
Jeffrey says that you should be rude to your mother, that she doesn't understand you. Jeffrey says that you should fight everyone around you. But Adonis expects better from you. He wants you to know that there is so much value in respect and love and understanding and empathy for those around you. You have to understand that it's not your mother's fault or anyone else around you who's so scared of the world. Politics and media is structured in a way to really show you way more of the negative emergencies, the huge breaking news, because they know that that attracts eyeballs. What kind of videos pop off on YouTube usually? It's like controversy. And it's the exact same with the news. Anytime you walk past, obviously, like, we're young, we don't read newspapers, that's weird. But if you do walk past some newspapers in a shop, you see it's like bright colors, breaking news, bad happening, bad happening. Every single time you see something
the
like
news
that,
gets the information out to the people.
You can't help but to feel a little bit more scared of the world.
This guy is lying.
And say like, oh, breaking news, like good stuff's happening. Well done, everybody. Look at this cute dog. You're never gonna see nice things in like media and politics. You're always gonna see the things that like spike those primal parts of your brain to pay attention. Why? Because they make more money from you if they do that.
I'm a primal being.
Really hurt me, and it hurt my mother actually. On my second channel, so I have a second YouTube channel, it's called Hamza Unfiltered, and it's linked in the description if you want to go see. I posted a video about a month ago and I titled it, "Criticize Me to Start Your YouTube Channel." I took a hit to my ego to try and help my cult members start their businesses. And so in this video,
my
I said,
secret's revealed.
It's very clear, I'm dominating the YouTube algorithm. If you're a YouTuber and you make a video with my name in the title, your video will pop off and you'll get at least double the normal views.
Let's see if that happens,
and
Hamza.
I said the videos that really pop off are the ones
this will be the
criticize
test.
people where you say that they're wrong about something. And that's exactly what happened. So a bunch of YouTubers...
Hamza is wrong about everything. This video is absolutely crazy.
Some of them obviously were a bit more nicer than others, but in the end,
look at his frickin'
businesses literally got started with one video. Like some random small YouTuber made a video, got 20,000.
This guy looks like he's a wannabe John Cena. Look at his chain. He looks like he's a wrestler, but he could even get chains thick enough to be like John Cena. He got them thin ropes. Use those ropes to floss your teeth, bruh.
Views, got 500
look, you got them gaps between your teeth, like
their normal views. I knew that would happen.
Get them flossy frickin' rope golden chains and floss your little teeth, because that's what you need to do.
It's no surprise to anyone, I know how to control the YouTube algorithm by this point. I knew that if you use my name in your video title but then also criticize me, add like a little bit of controversy, people would click the video.
And then you got them frickin' that little line across your frickin' eyebrow, bro. Is that supposed to look like some guy attacked you with, you got attacked by a knife in the military, huh? You think you're a military boy now? Your neck ain't even thick enough, bro. I bet you work them out with some, you use little soy packs of soy milk to work your neck with. That's what you do.
To more and more people. That's exactly what happened. And I was able to manipulate the mighty YouTube algorithm. We were able to.
All right, Hamza, let's see if it works.
Obviously, it took a bit of a hit.
Sorry,
it
wasn't a good roast.
A bunch of people's businesses got started with one video. I'm incredibly proud by that. This kind of negative content, this controversy, it really sells and it really attracts us. There's like just something about our brains that's so attracted to the bit of like, this person said something bad about this person and this country's like
very
dying
true
now, and like, oh look, emergencies. We can't help but to be interested in that.
My
it
TikTok
is your duty right now. It is your duty as a young man who is ambitious and wants to strive for success that you keep safe your mental focus. You don't allow your...
It's true. My TikTok content was really drastically slowing down, and I made a video that was like hateful, like, China is like this and America is like this and they both are like this. And then that's when my content like blew up again.
Focus to be sacrificed, especially not to like these big sort of like media companies that don't give a fuck about you, these like politics and everything. How do you think that Adonis wants you to live? Glued to your screen, constantly looking at Twitter? Bro, come on. If you're using Twitter, quite frankly, I'm disappointed in you. And I don't know if that really means anything to you, but I just want you to have that in your mind. I use Twitter. Some random guy on YouTube said that he's disappointed in me for that. It's like it's the most cant. It's worse than TikTok in my opinion, because it has this like facade, whatever that word is, of like being intelligent. It's all these like little nerds on Twitter just writing like, oh yeah, I'm the marketing guy. Shut the fuck up. I'm the marketing guy. Like, I'm so smart. And like, here I am, like saying something like very vague. Like, shut the fuck up. People spend like hours on there thinking that they're being productive. Like, oh yeah, well, I need to network. If you use Twitter, you're a weirdo, bro. You think that's what Adonis wants you to live like? You think that's how Adonis lives? You think I'm gonna see what this marketing guy on this social media guy on Twitter is saying these days? So what is the correct way to live? Because we don't want to go too far off the sort of monk mode, dopamine detox lifestyle, because sometimes that's unsustainable. Adonis wants you to know that the correct way to live is through mindful consumption of media and technology. Mindful consumption. If you don't meditate consistently, you will not be able to use these things mindfully. I promise you that when you're consistent in meditation, these things don't affect you as much. If you're watching this right now and you've already been consistent in meditation for a while, let's say 6 months, every day, you won't really relate that much to this video anymore. You'll think, oh yeah, well, I watch it, it's a Hamza video, and Hamza videos are pretty damn good, but like, I don't really relate to it. Because when you meditate, you keep that clear focus when something disturbs your mental state. So you're walking past, you see the newspaper which says like breaking news, and it doesn't really register anything in your mind because you've already trained your mind to ignore these distractions. But when someone...
So so I agree with him completely that you need meditation is really good. Like meditation is like, it's been life-changing for me, because I remember kind of feeling triggered by this man that was super calm and super collected, and I remember seeing this, he was just fully present, and I could feel this energy of confidence, this like firm confidence. He would walk around and he'd make eye contact, and like I felt that presence of a man who is really grounded in himself. And I was triggered by that a little bit. And I was like, why does this guy think he's so cool? Like, what about him? What's so cool about this guy? And then I realized that, I think this is what people will talk about when they say that when they meditate, they have this groundedness. And so I quickly flipped that emotion and was like, okay, this person is making me feel upset. Why is this person making me feel upset? Why am I triggered by this person? It was just simply his energy, this vibration that he was putting out, that I now understand what that vibration is. That it's another level in which it makes you feel like it exposes. It felt like I was exposed, because his energy was very calm and tranquil and peaceful. There was this very peaceful energy about this guy. And instead I was like, instead of being jealous, or instead of being envious, or instead of hating this person, or feeling like, oh, this person is annoying, or I don't like him, I should think about, if I do feel that way, that must mean there's something that I'm lacking. And then I was realizing that this person probably meditates, because when people meditate, they recognize other people that meditate, because they can feel the vibration. They can see that this person is operating on a higher vibration. So I started meditating, and I feel like more and more now. I was meditating daily. I'm just starting to get back into meditation. And now I'm starting to feel like that when I'm out, I can feel the frantic energy of people. I could feel like the anxiety and the nervousness and the inability to stay still. And with meditation, I've felt stillness and this sense of peace that comes with meditation. And so now I can feel that there's this completely different energy, and it makes me feel sad for these people, because I'm like, oh, if you just meditated, maybe you would feel less anxious, maybe you would feel less angry or triggered or all these things. Like, it's just so much nervous energy out there because of what he's saying. Like the news, the media just wants to get you to just criticizing and arguing and all this. If you watch the documentary The Social Dilemma on Netflix, you will understand what this means. And so if anybody out there is still just you're just like, you just like, and you think that drinking is going to be is the one thing that can calm you down. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to destroy your liver. You don't need to destroy your body in order to able to find that calm and peace within yourself. This nervousness, this energy of like, it's because of all this shit that we're being pumped in our heads daily, and it's really annoying that people can't see that. So if you have that nervous, try meditating. If you have this nervous energy and you try meditating, just do it. Start easy. Do 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. Just sit still, stare at a wall, close your eyes, either or, and just empty your mind and just focus on your breath, your breathing for 5 minutes. Start there every day, before bed or after you get up, right after you get up or right before bed. 5 minutes. Just take its time to just breathe. And the more you do that, the more you realize that, oh, I am this experience. I am this life. And everything around me is going to move, but I am going to be, and this is something someone said to me, and it made so much sense. I had an epiphany. He said, in life, you are the only constant. Things will always change. Everything will change around you. You are the only constant. So when you are moving into reality, into a further reality, further into time, you want to be ideally you be in a better place than you were before. So once you get into that new realm of reality will be better. And it might be hard to understand, but just think of it this way. Right now, my reality is like, I'm not as wealthy as I'd wish to be. I'm not as physically strong as I'd like to be. But I'm working on those things. So one day when I am physically strong, when I am physically stronger and bigger, and I have more money, the reality changes around me, because if I'm dressed nicer, if I have better clothes, my skin's glowing, I'm more muscular. See how people will treat me. Like, see how differently people will treat me, right? Like, obviously, if I am looking like my best self, I am going to be treated accordingly, right? So that's just an example of why you got to focus on you and realize that this is my reality. This is what I am, and this is what I will always be. And I can work on myself so that moving into the future, that I will be a better person and my life will be better because of it. My life experience will be better because of it. That's the goal. That's what we're meant to be. And all this ties into also just being able to be an inspiration for other people and help other people realize that they can do the same. And this is something that I saw actually on a video. It's like a motivational video from this guy he looked like a monk, kind of like a Buddhist monk, but it made a lot of sense. And it all ties to spirituality too, but that's whole nother video. Let's go back to this video.
doesn't
I don't think there's much to
let's say Jeffrey walks past these newspapers,
yeah, anyway.
some average guy walks past these newspapers and he reads it. His mind then processes that information that he sees, breaking news, emergencies, and then his emotions are changed by that, his beliefs are changed by that, his attitudes are changed by that, and then his actions are changed by that. It's fear-mongering on a worldwide level. To combat that, to keep yourself safe, meditate. This is why I think the work that we do here is so important. I tell you to meditate, you start meditating, then you pass on the message of meditation to your friends and your family. One by one, we're saving our loved ones from this normal Jeffrey existence. And some people have asked me what my political stance is. Am I left-wing or right-wing? Am I conservative or bro, you know what I tell them every time? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what those phrases mean. I have put 0 seconds of thought into this, into politics, bro. If you're one of those people who really cares about the left wingers say this, the right wingers, you've got to be a little bit of a loser for that. Contain your focus inward. Contain it with the people around you. Trying to think, but those old white guys might change it for us. They should make life easier for us. Who gives a Why are you asking some old white guy in the member of parliament to change things for you? Why not change your own life? Whoever gets voted, I'll be totally honest. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know who the current president of the United States is. I don't even know who the prime minister of the UK is right now. Honestly, I really don't. I remember the last president was Donald Trump. That's the last one that I remember. And the last prime minister, I don't even know, bro. And I'm people will watch this and say, oh, he's so ignorant and he's so uneducated. I feel the best that I've ever felt because I'm totally ignorant of something that doesn't mean anything to me. Because no matter who's in power, who's the prime minister, who's the president, nothing changes. Nothing is gonna change for you. Only you have the power to change things for yourself and the people around you. Those Jeffreys who are waiting for the guy in the White House or, some guy with power to change it all for them, they're cowards. Only you have the power to change your life and for those around you. Waiting for some big guy to do it, that makes these Jeffreys a little... We don't do that. We don't live this life saying, I really hope this guy gets elected.
Okay, I think we get the point. Oh, not that one. There you go. Yeah, we get the point. Thank you, Hamza, for that video. My thoughts exactly. Focus on yourself. Focus on you. Focus on what you can do to make life better. Continually focus all the way till the fucking end, bro. Till the fucking end, bro. To the fucking end for yourself and what you can do to make things better for yourself and for the people around you, the people that you love. Because as far as I know, I don't know what's real anymore. I really don't. I don't know what's fucking real anymore. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. All I know is that I am me. I am in the present. And I can do things to make things better. And I could do things to make things worse. I choose to do things that make things better for me. And I think because there's so much lies out there, there's so much fakeness out there, and just so much facade out there, that all I can do is to live truthfully and honestly as a kind, loving person and spread more love and inspiration out there in any way that I can through that whether that be through my videos or through music or just being a person, just being an inspiration, whatever I can be, I will do it. Okay, whatever I can do, I will do it. And this is what I know for a fact that will help. Because everything else, I don't know if it's going to help. I don't know even if it's real. I don't know if my vote even matters. I don't. I mean, I could try. I'll still vote, but I don't even know if it's going to even change anything. And this is what I think. I'm not going to apologize for what I think right now. But if you want to, contradict what I have to say, or if you want to, say something to kind of just, if you have any criticism of what I have to say, then go ahead and say it. Say it in the comments below. But thank you so much for watching this video. I feel like I'm running out of things to say. I really am. If you're subscribed to this channel, thank you so much. If you've watched this video all the way through, thank you so much. The last video, my last podcast that I did was like an hour, 50 minutes long, and like freaking, you know, it has like over 100 views, and it's like long, right? So I was really encouraged by that. I feel like, oh, I can even talk for a long time and it still gets views, and that's a really good sign. And so I don't feel bad about, you know, speaking extensively, because now I feel like just a 10-minute video just doesn't do it. I would have to really water things down to the main points, but I feel like it doesn't do any justice to what I have to say. And some people just don't like hearing someone talk extensively, and I understand that. But for right now, this feels right. I really enjoy this, and hopefully we'll continue to make this type of content. But of course, I will be making my old school content. Anyway, if you aren't subscribed, if you haven't liked or commented, please do so. Let's just put this like good energy out into the world, because I made this phrase up, like, hate is outdated, it's old fashioned, more love and less hate, because there's too much hate and not enough love in this world. And let's make hate uncool and lame, and love awesome and cool. And a cool thing, you know, it's a cool thing. Yeah, it's just hate is lame now. It's so outdated. It's such an old trend. So let's make a new trend. Let's spread the love. Let's be loving. But anyway, yeah, anything that helps with the YouTube algorithm, smash that like button. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in a video like always. Peace.